Alright, on this video we're going to look at prisms and what is a prism, the different characteristics of them, how to identify which one is and which one is not a prism. So prisms are two bases, the two bases must be congruent polygons. And so polygons, refresher, are like triangles, rectangles, trapezoids, hexagons, stuff like that. They have straight edges, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. And these bases must be connected by rectangles or parallelograms. So I have an example here of a triangular prism, and I have another example here of a rectangular prism. And if all the sides are squares, then it's a specific one called a cube. So what I did is I created a little 3D model here of a bunch of different prisms and some non-prisms. And so let's zoom in and look at this one first. This is the right triangular prism. And the reason it's a triangular prism because the top and bottom, the bases, this is a base, and then this is the base down here. The top and bottom, the bases are triangles, so that's why it's called a triangular prism. And the word right is because it's straight up and down. All of the sides here are rectangles. So right because they're right angles in all the corners on these sides. The sides are called, if you look at some of these other shapes, I'll zoom out. These sides are called lateral faces. So on this right triangular prism, all the sides are called lateral faces. You can kind of see this on these here. I'll zoom in on this one in particular. There's a lateral face. There's another lateral face. And we zoom around and we get all those lateral faces. So this one has all the sides covered. It's called lateral faces around the side, the base on top, and then the base on bottom. Okay, so back to this right triangular prism. It's called right because all the sides are rectangles, triangular because the top and bottom are the same, and it's a prism because it has two bases that are congruent, and all the bases are connected by rectangles or parallelograms. Okay, let's look at this one that we kind of looked at before. Oops. This one, I don't think I have the name for it. This one is a rectangular prism. There we go. Sorry. So we've got all the lateral faces. This is called a rectangular prism because the top and bottom are rectangles, but it's slanted. And so this one in particular is called an oblique rectangular prism. And so let's take a picture of this. And we'll kind of label this in our notes here. So this one is called an oblique rectangular prism. And the reason it's oblique is you can kind of see that it's been pushed over. So some of the sides are parallelograms, some of them are rectangles. If it looks like a prism that's been pushed over, then it's called an oblique. Oops. Sorry about that, oblique rectangular prism. So this word, the rectangular, has to do with the bases. Oblique and right have to do, is it straight up and down or is it pushed over? Okay, so we've looked at these two. Let's look at this one. This is a right rectangular prism because the top and bottom, the bases are rectangles, and all of the lateral faces are rectangles as well. It's straight up and down. It's a right rectangular prism. The one over here, let's zoom. What's going on? This is called a cylinder, and it's not a prism because the top and bottom, even though they're the same, the top and bottom are not polygons. It's a circle. It has curved edges. So this is a cylinder. We'll learn about this later on in the year, but these are not prisms, so don't get this confused with the other ones. But you do see a lot of cylinders this chapter, or this unit. Okay, and then lastly, we have ourselves a hexagonal prism. So this one's called a right hexagonal prism, and that's because the base is a hexagon, and this base is also a hexagon, and it's straight up and down is connected by rectangles. So they're all right angles. So that's called a right hexagonal prism. So you should be able to identify, is something a prism? And remember, the top and bottom, the bases have to be the same. The bases have to be polygons. They have to be straight edges. And they're connected the top and bottom are connected by rectangles or parallelograms. If they're connected by only rectangles, then it's a right prism. And a right prism just means it's straight up and down. If they're connected by some parallelograms, it looks like it's been pushed over, like this guy right here. This one is an oblique prism. And then lastly, I do have an example of something here where it's not a prism. The base is a polygon, but the top, you know, you can kind of see that this has been pulled up more than this, so it's not anything close to a prism. The top and bottom are not the same. The top is actually a couple different triangles, whereas the base is a quadrilateral. So that hopefully gives you an idea of what is a prism, what is not a prism, and that's it for this lesson.